Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm in the office Sunday morning, bright and early. Daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Let's do our study group for warriors, for my hardcore heads. I do have a couple of new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. This is how we get down every single Sunday. I just go through my notes. I study every day. It's part of the program that I live, that I coach. The Mind, Body, and Soul program is about daily discipline and lifestyle management. If you want to get on my schedule for coaching or mentoring, go to my website, skyazrael.com. I always put the link below. Let's just get into this. Talk about manhood, mental strength. Maybe we'll get into some motorcycles. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff. Mental strength is a daily decision. You're not born with it. It doesn't just happen. You're not gifted with it. You wake up every day and you have to make that decision. It's about courage and hope. It's about outlook. It's about fighting that good fight. It's about self-control of emotion. You want to take ownership of your mind and of your actions. Let's move on. Stuff is really just for you guys to philosophize on for a little bit. Give ourselves something to chew on for the day. That's also part of the program, is to continually be working your mind so you can be smart, sharp, wise, ready to move forward in many different directions. Here's a bit of advice that I got that I've had to philosophize on. Let's think about it together. Die empty. Die empty. Use all the gas up in your gas tank on the ride. And pull back into your garage as you're just hitting empty. Do everything that you need to do, that you want to do, before you die. It's not a race to the finish to see who has the most. It's to see who can give away the most. But die empty, satisfied. You're not going to be clutching at life, grasping at life. You're not going to be scared when the angel of death comes for you. He's not your enemy. Death sets you free. I don't know why we're scared of death. But you have to prepare for it properly. Maybe that's why people are afraid of it, because they don't take it seriously. Let's go to the next one. I've had to tell myself this many times. I've probably said this before on this channel. I had to tell myself this week. Not every battle is yours to fight. I'm a fighter. I like to fight. I'm covered in scars and missing teeth. I'm good at fighting. 53 years old, I have to choose my battles. I'm going to waste my time, waste my energy. Got to decide what matters and what doesn't. Prioritize everything. I prioritize my workouts, my chores, my meals, my work. Everything about my life is prioritized. I also got to prioritize my battles. This one doesn't matter. I'll let it go. I'll walk away. My peace is more important than anything. This is one thing that I've been happy about, to develop a relationship with God. I can walk away from some battles and let God fight them for me and have faith that He will and He'll win. I don't need to fight this one. God's got this one. Sometimes they're bigger than me. Sometimes they're lower than me. But He fights for me. You can find your strength in your silence sometimes. Some people think that their strength is in how loud they get, and sometimes people are so emasculated, men are so weak and emasculated, they can't speak up for themselves, and you may need to learn how to do that. But a lot of guys don't have that problem. A lot of guys are just loudmouths who like to hear themselves yell and scream. You can find your strength in your silence. And not every battle is yours to fight. move on. When men are confused about manhood, the whole world and everyone in it is also confused. The world turns into chaos when men don't know who they are, when men don't know about manhood, when they're confused and ignorant of manhood. And look around you. Western civilization, the whole world seems like it's kind of descending into chaos and anarchy, crumbling in many ways. What's going to crumble? Empire, the Western civilization that we've created with all these wonderful buildings and art and technology and society and everything about it. I love Western civilization. What will destroy it? Weak men. Men who don't know what manhood is. Let's move on to the next one, but let's stay with manhood. You see, you're born a male, but you must become a man. You're not born a man. Just because you have the right genitals doesn't make you a man. Just because you can make a baby, knock some chick up, doesn't make you a man. A friend of mine's son, he's 21, he knocked up his girlfriend. They won't get married for some reason because they're against it. That whole generation is against marriage. He doesn't want to tie himself down. So he calls her his baby mama. But they live together in his mother's house. He didn't get his own place. He's 21. He didn't get his own place. He has no intention to. He's not trying to get his own place. She moved in with him in his little bedroom in his mother's house. And he says to his mother, I'm a man now, because he had a baby. Your genitals don't make you a man. You have to become a man. You're not born a man. It doesn't just happen. There's lots of people my age in their 50s who are overgrown children. Jordan Peterson talks about this, where there's nothing more disgusting. And he's right. It's really true. There's nothing more disgusting and shameful than an overgrown child, a man who refuses to grow up. Let's move on to the next one, but let's stay with manhood for a second. This little theme. If a man isn't happy with his work, he won't be happy with his home. Lots of other aspects of his life will crumble. If a man isn't happy with his work, he won't be able to truly have a good relationship with his wife. There'll be something wrong. What's wrong, honey? This job's killing me, is what's wrong. If a man's not happy with his work, he won't be able to be a good father. He'll be distracted, angry, seeking vice. He'll be a drunk dad, a miserable dad, an angry dad. So you have to learn to like your work. Men, it's in the Bible, men are tasked to work. What are you here for? To work. And you got to find something you're happy with. And that could be outlook, that could be your actual job sucks and you need a different job. But you might just be a negative Nilly with a bad attitude. Nothing worse than having a guy on the factory floor or in your company that has a bad attitude. Fire you real quick just to get someone with a better attitude. So let's go on to the next one. What are 4 ways for you to enjoy your life? What should you be doing here anyways? You're born, you're thrown into this thing. What now? Well, number 1 is work. We talked about that. Men work, you should work. Find something that you like. Find something that is fulfilling. Find something that will outlive you. When you die, you can pass it on to your kid. You can help. Men help. Help people fix things, help people figure things out. Use your brains, use your brawn, but you can help. There's a lot of ways to help. You can help an individual, you can help a whole community, help random people, help specific people that you already know. There's all kinds of ways to be helpful. And when you die, you look back on your useless waste of a life, you can say, well, maybe I wasn't Elon Musk or anything like that, but hey, I was helpful. I helped a lot of people. I'm a pretty helpful dude. I help. You can create art. Become an artist. Become a creator of some sort. Invent things. Make things. Create kids. Have a family. Create a family. If you don't have one, you could create one. Another thing you could do with your life is enjoy it. It seems obvious, but a lot of people don't. Maybe you may not make $1 million. You may not have a statue or even anybody really showing up to your funeral, but when you look back on your life as an old man sitting in one of those awful nursing homes, hopefully you don't have to get put in one of those. Hopefully you have enough money to retire in grace, not get treated like an animal. But you can look back on your life and say, it was pretty fun. It was worth it. I didn't hate it. I had some good times. Let's talk a little bit about motorcycles. There's certain things you do to prepare for a ride. You can just get on your bike and go, but say if you're going to make a day of it, you're going to have a riding day with your buddies, with your crew, whatever, even maybe just alone, but let's go over some things, 4 things, and maybe these can be transferable to life, just life in general. So if you're not a biker, you don't have to turn it off. You can still get some value out of this stuff. You want to pay attention to the well-being and the maintenance, the health of your bike. You're going for a ride, or do you have air in your tires? Do you have oil in your oil tank? Do you have gas in your gas tank? Everything operational? Is your bike going to start? How's it working? Is it working all right? Do you stay up on the maintenance? What about your gear? Are you going to wear flip-flops and shorts? I'm in Florida and people do. I don't ride like that. Even in hot weather, I'll wear jeans. I wear my gloves because I know the first thing that I do when I go down, the first thing that happens, and I've been down, the first thing that happens when I go down is I put my hands out. So I know what it's like to scrape up all the skin off my hands, and I decided to wear gloves after that happened to me once. So I wear gloves, I put my gloves on and get my gear ready. Maybe you wear a helmet, maybe you wear some glasses, you have to wear those. But you get your gear ready to go on a ride. You get your route ready. You're going to ride with your buddies. You can't just have them follow you on a bunch of mystery lefts and rights through hills and valleys. They're going to be like, where the hell are we going? No, you want to have a route and tell them. Have a destination. Have a plan for a ride. We're going to go through the hills. We're going to ride down to the beach. We're going to do this, do that. So have your route. Have a plan. You don't plan to fail. You only fail to plan. You pick a good route, you can have a great ride. And you want to pick your companions. You don't just ride with anybody, at least I don't. You pick your companions. Some people can't keep up, you don't ride with them. Some people ride too fast and they're jerks. They do wheelies and stoppies at every intersection. Don't want to ride next to people acting like dicks. Maybe they're flipping off 1%ers every time they see one. You don't want to ride next to someone like that and get you killed. You want to pick your companions. Ride with people that you vibe with. I actually have 5 more pages of probably really awesome stuff that may have been better than what we've even talked about. But we're out of time. Have a good week.